Hey everyone, Gill Gross here. Post-match, Alexander Zverev versus Carlos Alcaraz, Roland Garros 2022 quarterfinal. If you're not here for spoilers, click off the video in 3, 2, 1. Arguably the biggest win of Zverev's career at a major. I think it is. He beats Carlos Alcaraz in 4 sets, moves on to the semifinal, and it is, by a matter of fact, his first win over a top 10 opponent at a major championship. I want to do something that I don't often do, and I kind of want to gloss over most of this match. Because when it comes to Zverev, it's about closing. It really is. It's just about, is he going to be able to close out these matches against marquee opponents in best of 5 at majors? Because if you look at his last 5 matches against top 10 opponents at majors, team at the Australian Open in 2020, team again at the US Open in 2020. That was the final when Zverev was up 2-0 and blew it. Then let's go to 2021. You have Djokovic in the quarters in Australia. Then you have Tsitsipas in the semifinals at Roland Garros. Then you have Djokovic in last year's US Open semifinal. All 5 setters. They're all 5 setters. He's right there. He's right there. Just can't close. Couldn't close. So that's what it was going to be about. He goes up 2-0 in this match. Alcaraz does the thing. You know, we talk about, well, what's Alcaraz's weakness? And I've been saying over and over again, it's not really that, it's not a shot. He doesn't have a shot that's a weakness. It's not mental. It's not physical. It's not technical. It's just his game is so ultra aggressive, and maybe it's a shot selection weakness, but when he's off, when the timing isn't perfect, when the feel on the ground strokes isn't perfect, he is going to make a ton of errors, a ton of unforced errors, and he's going to miss a lot. And that's his weakness. You know, when he is bad, that is what it looks like. And against a player in Zverev who is the polar opposite, first of all, so good when it comes to his defense, his pace absorption, his depth, he's going to make it difficult for Alcaraz to finish points on his own terms consistently. And he was extending rallies into Alcaraz errors and also serving extraordinarily well for the opening 2 sets. That's really all I want to say. I mean, did Zverev make some good adjustments on the Alcaraz drop shot? Yes. Then Carlos kind of, I guess, you know, came back, and in the 3rd set, it was the drop shot that ultimately won him the 3rd set. He saved break point with the drop shot. Then he hit 3 in a row on Zverev's serve to ultimately break. So, you know, I think Zverev tried his best and did his best on the drop shot retrieval, but it's still a great weapon for Alcaraz. He still used it to good effect in this match. But let's talk about the 4th set. Like, the going gets tough, and the question was, are we going to get another 5-setter? To which, you know, Zverev has lost 5 in a row in this very situation. Well, Zverev serves for the match. He gets the break in the 4th set, serves for the match, and he's broken again. And it's like, here we go again. But then you look at what happened in that game. Zverev did not double fault. Zverev did not make an error. Did he hit powder puff second serves that Alcaraz punished? Yes, he did. Did he find any offense in any of those points? No, he did not. But Alcaraz took it. You know, Zverev did not falter in a way that was reminiscent of some of the collapses that we've seen. And Carlos took it, and he broke to stay alive. Now we go to a tiebreak a couple of games later. And we are going to see a similar thing. The key with Zverev, ultimately, broadly speaking, is that he did hold it together under pressure. And it's a crucible, okay? It is a crucible when you have built up as much scar tissue as Zverev has with all of the difficult losses in majors. And you have an opponent in Alcaraz who has his own thing going on with, you know, him being as young as he is and as explosive as he is, can be a bit intimidating. Then you have the crowd fully behind Carlos Alcaraz, and you have served for the match and you've been broken. There is a lot of pressure heading into this fourth set tiebreak for Zverev. And he knows he doesn't want to go 5 because he feels the momentum kind of shifting in the match. He knows that Alcaraz has the legs, and he knows what has happened at majors to him in really all of his recent major campaigns, other than a difficult loss to Shapovalov in Australia here this year. 5-set losses for the most part. So he doesn't want to go 5. Tons of pressure coming into this tiebreak. I mostly want to focus on just breaking down this breaker and what happened. Should we go point by point? Let me give you some big picture stuff first. For the most part, this was about the player who limited their mistakes more, I think. You know, just considering the fact that Alcaraz really did make many more mistakes than Zverev. But at the same time, this was a close breaker because Alcaraz also won more points on his own terms. You know, he was fearless, he was aggressive, and just charting it, you know, I thought Alcaraz made 5 mistakes in this breaker, and I also thought he won 5 points on damage. Zverev, I think he made 2 mistakes in the breaker, and he won 4 points on damage, including, and this is key, the last 2 points he won. So let me just start with the end of the breaker, okay? I cannot say that Zverev played his best under pressure in this match. I can't. Notice the words I chose. He held it together. He didn't make mistakes. The reason I can't say Zverev played his best is because his serve abandoned him. And it's a huge part of his game, and he needs to get help from his first serve, and he just didn't until 7-all in the breaker. He hits his first good first serve. Serving for the match, not a single good first serve. Entire breaker, it's 7-all. We're 14 points into the breaker. Obviously, that means only half of those points. 7 of those points were on Zverev's serve. But still, no help from the serve. No serve +1, no aces, no service winners. So you can't say that Zverev played his best when he did not hit a good serve. 7-all. There it is. Big first serve, up the tee, hit his spot, came in behind it, and hit a drop volley. Not a very good drop volley, but good enough for a winner. Made the first serve. Now, match point, second match point. He had another one earlier. Maybe I'll get to that. Match point, Alcaraz second serve, kick to the backhand. Zverev hits the return of his life. Return of his life. Backhand down the line, return, winner. Those are the moments, man. Those are the moments that can change Zverev's whole ability to perform under pressure. And gut check, probably the biggest shot of his life, and it won him the match because that's how it felt like it was on a razor's edge there. But then if we kind of go backwards, I thought that Alcaraz, you know, 2 things happened in this match. Alcaraz did not bias his shot selection away from Zverev's backhand enough, in my opinion. He let Zverev beat him on the backhand, which I think is a cardinal sin. I think you have to make him, you know, you have to make Zverev beat you with his forehand under pressure. And I'm looking through the tiebreak. I don't really see a single point that Zverev won on his forehand, to be honest. Maybe I'm missing something, but I don't think it happened. I really don't think there was a forehand that Zverev hit aggressively that won him the point. It was it all happened really on his backhand. And Alcaraz, I still think on clay, there's not enough margin on Carlos's backhand. And he missed a couple. So first of all, Alcaraz had a set point. to go 5. So let's just go. That's at 6-5, okay? And let's pick it up from there. Alcaraz misses a cross-court backhand trade. He missed 2 of them in the breaker. One of them was at love 1, so he went down 2-love. And the other one was on set point. Just a neutral cross-court backhand. And I really think Carlos should have, first of all, not even been going cross-court, because even if you make it, you're in a losing pattern to me against Zverev. And by the way, I want to say Zverev's backhand in this match, that was the one thing that under pressure was still at 100%. I can talk about his forehand wasn't really there. His serve wasn't really there, although he didn't double fault and he wasn't making forehand unforced errors. His backhand was 100% there. And you know what? Zverev's backhand in this match, it was like a joke how good it was, if we're being completely honest with ourselves. How many backhand cross-court winners did he hit from behind the baseline against Alcaraz on clay? That is just not a normal thing. So his backhand was awesome. And I just felt like Alcaraz backhand to backhand, not as consistent. Honestly, an argument can be made he didn't have an advantage on damage either. And that's how he lost the set point. I would have liked him to go, first of all, more margin on the backhand. And second, change direction down the line as soon as you can. Alcaraz should have been allergic to going backhand to backhand, in my opinion. Now let's go to 6-all. So set point lost from Alcaraz. Let's go to 6-all. And Alcaraz with incredible neutralization in this rally. Then he hits a backhand drop shot. Zverev redrops, and Alcaraz has kind of a sitter pass. And I didn't really see a replay of this. I would have liked to see it, but Zverev hits a reflex volley for a winner. That was probably the most 50-50 moment in the breaker that may have swung this thing, was that Alcaraz didn't hit the pass here. And Zverev hit a spectacular reflex volley. So that's a point that looked like Zverev was definitely going to lose, and he didn't. Then at 7-6, set point Zverev, it's one of the 2 mistakes he made in this breaker. And they were both actually on the backhand, an easy missed backhand return. And Zverev missed a backhand cross-court trade here. Incredibly rare. Obviously, if he lost the breaker, I might have highlighted that and been like, oh, wow, that was a big mistake. I mean, he missed his best shot here. But we know what Zverev did, 7-all, 7-8, next 2 points, he comes up with the goods. And I really think that is the best way to look at this match, is you just have to zoom in on that moment and say, look, Zverev came up with exactly what he needed to come up with in the end there. And do I think that Alcaraz was going to the forehand enough? No. Do I think he missed too many backhands? Yes. Those would be my critiques for Alcaraz, but ultimately it's not anything new from him. We know that when he's bad, he misses a lot. We know that against Zverev, who defends and trades so well and serves so well, Zverev is going to be able to extract those errors by extending those rallies just about as well as anyone. And Zverev with a tremendous serving performance through 2 sets, then keeps it together and limits the errors under pressure. And then at 7-all in the breaker, he finds extra and he comes up with the goods. He moves on to the semis. Now let's see who wins the next one. Nadal, Djokovic. Enjoy it, everyone. Hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you next time.